Hello, hello, hello. So what I have going on here today is a little bit of I hope it'll just be a little bit of a tip for those who haven't maybe figured this out or haven't noticed this or maybe just didn't realize until Bethesda started messing with our load order so much, I hadn't noticed this either. But now that they keep removing mods on me, instead of just letting them sit in my load order. I mean, I understand they've been taken off Bethesda. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that they've changed a number of things that we may not have noticed, or even if you have noticed, maybe you don't know what to do about it. And as much as I hate to explain it in this way, this is just the facts that I can see. This is just the way it is. When I came in to redo my load order for my Legacy of the Dragonborn playthrough, because I have saved that load order, in my last video of Xbox Series X Skyrim load order video, that video from back in April, that actually has the load order I'm trying to recreate, right? Well, I was recreating my load order, and of course there's going to be a couple of minor changes. I'm hoping that I'll still be able to play through that, but it may cause me to have to restart, which is so aggravating and frustrating. But then when I got, I got like about where I am now. I got about 3/4 of the way through. I said, okay, let me download Skyland all-in-one. Even though I had plenty of space to download it, it wouldn't let me download it. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Because now they have some weird unspoken rule that you must need like about twice as much space as a mod requires to be able to download it. Now, that's a little bit of a guess, okay? But that seems to be the case because I had about this much free. Now, you'll notice that Skyland, from what we saw a second ago, let me show you. Skyland is about a gig, right? It's about a gig. Okay. So it's about a gig. It's big. Definitely a big mod. So I hadn't downloaded it, and I had downloaded a lot of my other stuff. I was downloading everything in order so that once I was done downloading, my load order would be in order. It would be ready to roll because that's what I've done in the past because that really makes things easier. But when I got down to this point, and I tried to download Skyland, even though I had plenty enough space for it, it said, you don't have enough space. Now, mind you, this was after I blew my reserve space away, okay? So everything was clean and good. And it's like, no, you don't have enough space. So I said, wow, okay. I said, maybe I could do an alternative. So I said, let me look and see if I can download the architecture. So the architecture, it's only, it's less than 800. I have plenty of space, see? I have plenty of space. Now we're going to see what happens right now. I'm going to actually do a test. Let's see. Yep, there you go. You don't have enough space. How do I not have enough space? That is under 800 megabytes. I have over a gig left. So my advice to you, what I'm trying to get at here, they've changed the logic into what you can download and when you're out of space, okay? Now, if you notice when you blow your reserve space away, it actually does confirm what I've said in the past. It shows that they automatically use about 26, 27 megabytes of your space just automatically with overhead. But regardless of that, even though that's an I told you so, sorry about that, but I'm an old dude. I like to say I told you so. Anyway, so what I recommend you do, if you blow away your reserve space, if you're going to redo your load order, you need, instead of downloading things in order, which would be nice and make it very easy on you, now you need to go through your load order, download every big mod you have first, every one of them. Just download all the biggest ones first, and work your way down to the little ones. That means you're going to download everything in a wacky, way out of order way, and then you're going to need to come back in and put everything in order. And this is stupid that we have to do this. And yes, like I said, this is a little bit of a grump. I'm not saying it's not. It is. But at the same time, that's what I'm trying to do. That's the only way I can see to get around this. When you have well over a gig and a third free and it won't let you download 800 megabytes, they're doing something wrong. They did not think this through. And again, I'm not going to give this the same name that I gave the Fallout 4 video, though I'm tempted. But what are they doing at Bethesda? Who is behind these things? Do they not have more? I'm trying to think of the right word without being mean, but it just comes down to sense. Do they just not have more sense than that? I mean, plainly telling me this here, okay, that is a lie. That is plainly a lie. I can do math. I'm very good at math. This is a lie, right? So they've changed something. I don't know why. I'm going to continue. I am working on this load order right now. And you can see I downloaded, I moved a few things around, but mainly I just downloaded a bunch of stuff and all this was in my load order. And so I'm going to go back to that load order and I'm going to keep working on it. What I do is I bring up my YouTube over on the other TV, and then here on this TV, I try to rebuild my load order. It's just so aggravating. But so that's my recommendation going forward. Unlike what I have given as good information in the past, and it used to work, don't download things in the order you want them to be in. Make sure you download all your big mods first. And if you can, download from the biggest down to the smallest in order so that you have the best chance of getting everything back in. I'm going to see if that works for me here, and I will update you on that. I hope to be able to update you on that soon. But rebuilding these load orders with all these logic changes and stupid decisions that have been made, and I'm just going to be blunt, it's stupid. That is not helpful to us. That makes things a lot harder, and it makes it harder on new people. Imagine you're a new person coming in here and you run into this and you go, huh? It doesn't make sense, right? So, I mean, I'm just letting you know, again, whatever they've done, it is dumb and it is wrong, but they have done it. And it's just like them playing around with our load orders, and anytime they want now, they just delete a mod. And that means, I don't know how other people handle this, okay? You can keep your Xbox offline all the time as long as if you've got the load order you want for all time, but know that the minute you connect back to them, back to Xbox Live and Bethesda, if they decide to remove something from your load order, it is gone and there's nothing you can do about it. So be very cautious about that. I know there's some people who do that or have done that. So be prepared if you decide to recreate your load order and come back online. Be prepared that that's what's going to happen. You're going to lose mods because they will remove them, which I really despise and hate. But there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm having similar problems, not the same problem, but similar mod management problems in Skyrim as I'm having in Fallout 4. As you know, I was doing this load order for Legacy of the Dragonborn. I wanted to do a playthrough and try to show some of that. And I know I haven't had a lot of time, but I still wanted to do that and try to show how that works and how things are blended into the game somewhat. I'm probably not going to show you every single thing, but I've only had a chance to just do a few little videos on this before they started removing mods from me. And I don't know if that's going to end up. I'm going to try to get back into the same game. But since they have done this to us and they keep removing mods, I don't know. The mods they removed right now that I was using, let's see if I can remember which ones they were. One was the Definitive Beauty Pack, that newer one, though they've removed all of them, but I was using that newer one. So they removed that. So I'm going to have to use R246's mod, which is really not a pain, but I'm just saying because I was mid playthrough, it may break my game. Okay. And there's another mod that's gone too. Oh, and my SMIM. I was using friendly SMIM. Now I'm going to use Substill's 1K SMIM. It's actually a little smaller, and it might do me just fine, but I don't know. Is it going to break? Is something going to go wrong and break my game because I'm having to swap out mods and I don't have a choice, right? And I don't want to restart the game on us, even though I've only gotten a few hours in. I would rather continue that game. Now, if that doesn't work, then I may have to just, start a new game, and we'll see how that goes. All right. But that's my update on this right now. I was working on this. I was almost done. And then I found out, no, you have enough space for your mod, but no, we're not going to let you download it. And again, it's just very frustrating. They're really not selling me on buying anything else from them. And it really is, it's too bad, because I've really enjoyed overall my time on the Xbox and my time with Bethesda games. And unfortunately, though, this latest bunch of stuff is not encouraging me. So, like I said, I've done some modding on my PC with Fallout 4 and Skyrim. And even when the games are updated and they do all this stuff, they don't do that to you on PC. Okay, they don't go in and wipe out your reserve space and delete all your mods and stuff like that. So, PC is always going to be better. I will tell you one thing though about PC with Game Pass, which is what I am doing, right? Because I have Game Pass, so I said I'm just going to try it with Game Pass. Well, the thing about Game Pass, Skyrim on Game Pass is still very similar to Skyrim on Xbox, and I'll tell you why. There is some limitation there. They control the game not as much as they do on Xbox, but like I can't use the script extending. So I can do all the basic mods I want to do, which is actually fine for me, but I can't use that script extender. So that does keep me from being able to use a lot of other mods. There's still a lot of mods I can't use, okay? Now, one way to fix that, buy Skyrim from somewhere else, right? Do I really want to buy Skyrim again? I mean, come on. But I could buy it from Steam or whoever else. Steam is the one that comes to mind. But anyway, you could buy it from them, and then you could use the script extender and do all that stuff, right? Okay, I may do that at some point. I don't know. At this point, I'm really kind of burned out on all this stuff with Bethesda. So I'll get over it, I'm sure. Nonetheless, the same with Fallout 4. I can't use the script extender for that either because I'm going through Game Pass. Again, if you get it from somewhere else like Steam, then you can use the script extender, that mod. Now, all of that stuff is no longer on Nexus. Here's another problem. Nexus has been, if not totally ruined, it has been seriously injured by crazy decisions they made. A lot of modders have left Nexus, and then a lot of mods are not on Nexus anymore. If some of them may never have been, I'm not 100% sure, but like that script extender and some other mods, you have to go off-site to find them and get them anyway. So it's not as good as it once was. Unfortunately, I think the Nexus has kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit. Maybe not as bad as what we see here on the Xbox, but still, I think they have hurt themselves as well. So I do want to mention that everything's not roses no matter where you are, because the companies involved I guess they just don't care. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is. Maybe Nexus was hoping that doing those kinds of things would get them more money. I don't know. I believe Bethesda thought they were going to get more money doing all this. I think the only reason they revamped this whole mod menu management system and stuff was just to get more money. They thought they were going to sell you all this stuff. Now, when I bought the anniversary edition of Skyrim, I got all this stuff, right? It didn't matter if I wanted it or not. I don't even use most of it, but I got it. Okay. And I guess I didn't mind that, but now they want to sell you all these other things, right? They want to sell you all these, like I like Easier Rider, his dungeon pack and stuff. And I say his, may not be him, but whatever. But I'm not going to pay money for a mod. I mean, not normally. I'm not normally going to pay money for a mod. Okay. I'm not using this as an time to be insulting to Easier Rider, who is a modder that, like I said, I like their mod. But the thing is, I'm not interested in buying these mods. Most of these mods are really just extensions of the vanilla game. And when I want a mod, I want a mod that is going beyond the vanilla game, I guess, is my thing. Right? So, okay. Anyway, I'll get off of that. We'll just move on. So the thing is, I want you to be aware that the whole idea I made this video to begin with was I want you to be aware that if you have a larger mod, make sure you download it first before your other mods, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to have the same problem I had, and it's just not worth it. And I'm going to show you this again, and you're probably going to be tired of me running on about this, and I know this is a little bit of a grump, but at the same time, my point was to make you aware that if you download it early in your downloads, like I did, see here, it wouldn't let me download it now. It won't even let me download. Where was the one I was looking at? I was looking at the architecture. I didn't do the same search this time, so it's not the same. So this one. So like now, I can't download that, right? But had I downloaded it earlier, like I did here, see, I downloaded it earlier, I got it. So that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to take stock inventory of all the mods you want to use and download all the big ones first. So let me just reiterate that. And if you ignore all my grumping, that's fine. If you tell me I'm stupid, that's fine. I don't care about that. But the thing is, understand that now you really need to know what mods you're going to use up front and download the biggest ones first. Because if you try to come in later and add a large mod and you only have, let's say you want this 178 megabyte mod and you have 200 megabytes, you're probably not going to be able to download it. You probably need about 350 to be able to download it. I'm guessing, since they don't tell us, I'm guessing that's their coding. I don't know why. I can't explain why. You'd have to talk to Bethesda, but wow, I'm really, and I still have trouble with Starfield crashing and stuff too. So that's why I'm a little bit, I'm kind of losing my what would you call it? My like of Bethesda so much. I like Bethesda as it has been in the past. But anyway, you know how it is. So I want to thank you all for listening. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. So I want to acknowledge these people who directly support the channel. I really do appreciate that. And I really do appreciate everyone for watching the videos and interacting. This has been How That Smarts production.
Game.